Yo, Still Bills, what's the deal, man? Yo, I just leaving the crib right now. It's New Year's Eve. You dig? I gotta go. My wife on a plus one. It's my wife's birthday, so happy birthday, babe. I already told her that this morning when we got up, breath stinking and all that. But peep game, man, we gotta get into this shit, man. And that is Jamain Ortiz, man. Him and Teofimo are allegedly lining it up. I don't know if it's a done data or not, or if they in the final stretch of the negotiations, but nonetheless, we getting that fight over the line, man. And I fucks with that, man. I think that's a balling ass fight. I think that's do I want to say a pick 'em fight? Yeah, I could say that. I could definitely say that. It's a pick 'em fight. But I can't, I don't know, man, because Josh Taylor was a dude. Josh Taylor is tall, is you know, clear as day, bigger and taller than Teofimo Lopez, and he went in there and handled him with relative ease down the stretch. But Josh Taylor was off a year inactivity. He's killing himself to make the weight. There's and Teofimo was active, man. So it's a pretty tough call. It's a pretty tough fight to call as to who will win. But you got to give the advantage to Teofimo Lopez due to experience. But they both have been in there with Vasily Lomachenko and did really good against him. Teofimo got a win. A lot of people feel Jamain Ortiz, did enough to win the fight. I don't think he won the fight, but it was a competitive bout. But he wasn't even in the gym that much due to what was going on in the Ukraine and all that. So I don't know. I think this is a good fight. I honestly do. My biggest takeaway from it is the coaching. I'm not so sure about Bill Haney as a coach. I gotta come right out and say that shit, man. I think he's looking like a spectacular coach because of how spectacular of a fighter Devin Haney is. But let's be very clear about something. That isn't Bill's product. That isn't because of Bill. Why that man is looking so spectacular, man. You got to think, man, this dude was the same. I mean, he's been all in the Mayweather gym, Ben Davison for a minute. He's had a plethora of coaches that have gotten him to the talent that he would eventually become to be. I think Bill knows how to hold the mitts. I think he knows how to throw the combinations or whatever. But I don't think it's nothing. I don't know if it's necessarily new dimensions that he could teach Devin on the mitts. Like I don't think he can get Devin to become like how Sugar Hill did with Tyson Fury, teaching him how to sit down on the shots a lot better. I don't think he can do that with Devin Haney. I just don't. I ain't even gonna cap. I don't think he can do that with Devin Haney, man. I think Devin is an already finished product. The fighter that Devin is, he's just gonna be. I think Devin is just gonna naturally know how to make adjustments, from fight to fight. Maybe even, in-fight adjustments. I haven't really seen him have to make in-fight adjustments because I didn't really see him make the in-fight adjustments in the Vasily Lomachenko fight down the stretch. But I think Devin is a finished fighter in the sense of like how he's going to fight like this throughout the rest of his career. And I don't think Bill is the reason for that. I don't think he's the reason for that. I think Bill has been trained to learn how to be a trainer. Because even when I listen to the corner and shit like that, man, I'm not necessarily hearing advice from him that I would hear from like a Joel Diaz or Abel Sanchez or Sugar Hill or Floyd Sr. or Robert Garcia. What are some other even a Derek James? You dig? I don't hear those type of instruction from them. Breadman. I don't hear those type of instructions from a Bill Haney. I don't. I just think Devin Haney, his IQ is high enough to where he can figure this shit. He can figure the puzzle out and go from there. You dig what I'm saying? So Jamain Ortiz going up under the wing of a Bill Haney, I'm kind of like, I'm not so sure about that. I don't know. I could be wrong. I could be wrong. But, Jamain Ortiz is a switch hitter. Can Bill Haney hold pass for a southpaw? Because I think that's an advantage that he should take into this fight with Vasily Lomachenko. Not Vasily Lomachenko, but Teofimo Lopez. I said it before. They both got unique names. I've never heard Teofimo before, and I never heard Vasily. No, I've never heard those names before I came, encountered these two as fighters. But can he hold mitts for southpaw? Bill Haney, that is. I'm not so sure if he can do that. I'm not so sure if he can do that. You dig what I'm saying? I'm kind of like, man, I don't know, man. I think like how they was trying to say with Bomac, how Bomac is a product of Bud. And that's the only reason why he's getting the love that he's getting or whatever. And he ain't really, he's not that great of a coach. It's just that Bud is just a spectacular talent by himself that it allows Bomac to masquerade as a good coach. Never mind the fact that he got Chris Eubank Jr. a victory over Liam Williams or Liam Smith. I don't know why I keep making the dude's name up. Liam Smith. Never mind, he got him a victory over those dudes. Never mind the amount of time he spends with Keyshawn Davis and all them. Never mind all of that. Never mind all of that. He's only a good coach because Bud is just a spectacular talent. Nah, never that. That's not, no. We not playing them games. So maybe Bill Haney can show me something down the stretch that's letting me know that, this dude is a legitimate coach. He gives really good counsel in the corner between rounds. He's cultivating these fighters into being world champions or high-level contenders. He's building fighters out of the amateurs. He's doing a lot of good work as a trainer. Maybe he could try, maybe he could, shift my mind on that one. But at the moment, I'm not so sure, Brody. I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure, man. I really think these fighters need to be careful who it is that they go to, because I think look at Teofimo Sr. What other fighters is he working with? I can't think of none. What other fighters is Angel Garcia working with? You dig? These cats are in a position to where they can look better than what they are because of how long they've been with their son, and they introduced their son to the sport, and they guided them through the through the amateurs and all that shit. And when they get to a certain level of superstardom, all right, cool. We just gonna solely focus on him. And it's like but just the experiences that kid went through, and Joey Gamache at the also as a trainer of a Teofimo Lopez. They inadvertently get deemed as being these brilliant boxing minds and trainers or whatever because of the success that their sons are having. And it's just like, that's not the case. Because if they was if they was that, Angel Garcia, shit, man, I came across Danny Garcia about 2011, 2012. It's 11, 12 years ago, my man. That's 11 and 12 years ago. What other fighter has he produced since Danny Garcia? And they got a gym in Philly. How about fucking Teofimo Sr.? What fighter has he produced since? Robert Barrero's dad. What other fighters has he produced? You dig what I'm saying? Like, I think they're good enough to where they can get their fighters to a certain position and a level of stature within the sport. But I think that right there is more of a brain, not necessarily. You can say that they're somewhat of the reason for that, but I can't say that in totality that they are the reason for that. I just can't. At least not yet. And when you look at a nigga like Devin Haney is a dude who is just an incredible and brilliant boxer. So I can't just jump out the window and say, yeah, that's all Bill Haney, especially when you look at the amount of coaches that he sat at the feet of, bro. Like a Floyd Sr. and Ben Davison. I wouldn't put my trust too much into Bill Haney and Jamain Ortiz at the moment, man. I just wouldn't. I'm gonna have to see how that one goes. Because I'm not so sure of that. I'm not so sure of that at all. I think Bill Haney, I think Bill Haney could potentially be a coach, a really good coach. But I'm not so sure, Brody. Not at this moment. Not to the point where he should be taking someone like a Jamain Ortiz, taking him on. I'm not so sure about that, like, at all. I don't want to sound facetious. I don't want to sound like I'm raining on his parade or nothing like that. But nah, Brody. Nah. No, man. Nah. Mm-mm. Not yet. Not yet. Maybe those eggs just need a little bit more bacon, man. That's all I'm saying. I don't want to, I'm not trying to sound harsh, and I'm not trying to say that he's trash or nothing like that. Nah, but I don't know, man. There's just so much that goes into being a coach. There's so much that goes into being a coach, man. And when I don't know, even, you get the ability to articulate a viewpoint. You have to be able to, I think you have to be able to articulate a viewpoint to where other boxing minds is like, oh, motherfuckers who know the sport are like, yo, that's a damn good point right there. That's a damn good point right there. And now when you talk about being a coach and you in fight, you got to be able to do that shit in a minute, maybe even 45 to 30 seconds. You dig? While you getting, you getting some water in his lungs or whatever, man. You putting that, you tending to his wounds and all that shit. If he got a cut, you mending the cut and all that shit. You have to be able to manage all that and still give proper instruction to the point where it may not be super intelligent, but you're articulating it and breaking down what he's doing or needs to be doing in the ring that is digestible to him, and he can take that and apply that information immediately into the next round as soon as he gets up off that stool. I don't hear that from Bill Haney. Not at this moment. Not at this moment, man. Not at this moment. I'm not even the biggest fan of him with Devin Haney just by himself. I'm just like, nah, man. Just, it's okay to step back and learn something. You're never too old to learn. You dig? If you ain't, just, I know that's your son. Y'all have a beautiful relationship, but I'm still like, man, I don't know, bro. Just kind of just get a little bit, just learn the game. You just learn what it means to coach. Just learn what it means to coach a little bit. I mean, shit, look at Magic Johnson and niggas of that ilk. As incredible as a ball player he just wasn't a good coach. Coaching is a profession in itself. It's a skill set in itself. So you want to make sure that if you're training a fighter, anybody can learn to hold the mitts. Anybody can learn to hold the mitts, man. But I'll take I've said it before in my last sparring session before I fucked my knee up, and my knee is about healed too. I should be back in the gym next month. But I felt the uptick in the uptick in the level up and skill just off of working on the mitts with my coach. Because I will be in the gym maybe 2 days a week or whatever, man. But you don't get mitt privileges until you in the gym 3 days a week. And I started coming to the gym 3 days a week. He started taking me on the mitts. And I'm like, yo, you know what? We going for it. Now I ain't got to shave my beard or whatever to fight. All right, bet. Let's do the damn thing. Fuck it. And he's taking me on the mitts. And when I get back in the ring, I immediately feel the benefit of it. Everything that he was taking me, through on the mitts, I'm implementing that until when it's actually time to get in there and rumble. So it isn't just him holding the mitts, jab here. No, it's just none of that. It's none of that. It's the combinations. It's looking for shit. Moving your head, looking for certain shit. Yo, we gonna teach you how to do this. All right, cool. Throw this shot. You gonna learn how to defend yourself after you throw the shot, so you're not too far out of position to where you're way off balance or whatever, and you're lost because you're just fully committing to that shot. No, we're not doing that shit. We're gonna work these catch and shoot counters. We're gonna do this. Just really cultivating you into a credible fighter, a competent and cerebral fighter. You know what I'm saying? That's the benefit of being a really dope coach. I don't know if Bill can give that to Devin right now, and I don't think he can. I don't think he can give that shit to Jamain Ortiz as well. I just don't. I don't think he can do that just yet. I just think those eggs need a little bit more bacon, man. That's all I'm saying, man. I'm not trying to clap at Bill or nothing like that. But training is a profession in itself. Being a coach is a profession in itself, and you have to be able to take these fighters and right their wrongs to the best of your abilities. Right their wrongs to the best of your abilities. I don't know if he's there yet. I would like to see. I would like to hope that he is there. I would like. I would love. I would love nothing more for Bill Haney to fuck around and turn at least into a Virgil Hunter. I would think that would be dope. That would be a beautiful thing if he could make that happen. But I just don't know if he can at the moment, man. Time will tell, and hopefully he's able to do that shit. But right now, I'm not so sure. Just so. All right, cool. I thought he was gonna have an attitude or something with me, but yeah, man, that's just how I'm feeling about it, man. I'm looking forward to the fight nonetheless, and I hope Bill proves me wrong. I really do, and we'll find out hopefully next February, man. So I'm out. Y'all let me know what y'all think, man. I'll get with y'all later. Happy New Year. Deuces.